Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Dropified. What are the pros and cons of Dropified? What do I think of it? And how does it compare to the other dropshipping software solutions that are out there? How does Dropified compare to Oberlo? That's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. Guys, before we jump in, make sure to smash that like button, and that really helps out the channel, so make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to check out Dropified and follow along with the video as we go through Dropified, be sure to click that first link down in the description box below. It'll take you right over to Dropified. So first link down in the description for Dropified. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So Dropified, sell better products, save more time. So they really are a dropshipping solution, very similar to an Oberlo, but they do have some key differences that are important to mention and distinguish so that you are most informed when you're deciding what type of dropshipping software you might want to end up going with. And of course, it depends on what type of e-commerce store you're running as well. So we're going to get all into that, what different platforms they work on and all of that. So Dropified, they are functional on BigCommerce, WooCommerce, Shopify, and Commerce HQ. So Dropified does have a lot more integrations than what you would expect with an Oberlo, which just works on Shopify, whereas with Dropified, you do have a lot more options as far as what type of e-commerce platform you want to use. I've referenced on the channel many times before, Ali Dropship. Woo is a popular dropshipping platform for WooCommerce, so Dropified comes in as well on the WooCommerce hype train as well, so you can get access to Dropified if you are using WooCommerce, which is nice because there's not a ton of different options for dropshipping on WooCommerce, so it's good that Dropified comes in. Of course, they have that Shopify integration, and they are also on BigCommerce, which BigCommerce has definitely come around quite a while in the last couple of years as a good e-commerce platform for dropshipping. I've mentioned BigCommerce before on the channel, and Commerce HQ, which is a little bit of a smaller guy, but Dropified does also integrate with Commerce HQ in case you're using them. So, of course, Dropified integrates with all the most popular e-commerce platforms. But I wanted to give a little bit of distinction there between the different ones, just in case, depending on what type of one that you're using. So you can, of course, find, promote, and automate different types of products. You can import those products directly into your e-commerce store, as well as private label on demand, which we're going to be getting into more of the specifics of their whole private label system as well. You can promote your store, of course, depending on what type of promotion strategies you want, and the automation side of things as far as the order fulfillment and the order processing systems that you have set up within your dropshipping store. So you can automate that as well within Dropified. They offer pretty much everything that you need as far as a dropshipping business. Of course, just taking a look here on their website, they do also have some of the private label options, which is something that you may have seen with a company, other companies as well that do some of the private label side of things. So like a Dropi, maybe. They do also have that private label option. So Dropified does do the private label on demand, depending on if you want to drop ship your own brand. So that important to make the distinction there between drop shipping and private label. Private label is more of your own type of brand. So for example, a lot of companies may do private label supplements. That's kind of what this shows here within the whole like supplement space. People do private label there. It's very popular within that space, or maybe even coffee brands. Some people do private label coffee. It's another option there. Those are just a couple of examples, but you can add your own custom design labels to the consumable products, and they do all of that as well within the whole private label side of things. Now, of course, most of you guys probably are interested in is the AliExpress importing, but Dropified does have those other options as well. So they do have a little bit more flexibility and some alternative options to just importing AliExpress products. So depending on what you want to do, you do have those AliExpress alternative options built into the Dropified platform. So they do also allow you to add products from Alibaba. I've mentioned on the channel before comparing Alibaba versus AliExpress. With Dropified, you can import products from both Alibaba and AliExpress. So important distinction there. They are two different platforms, although Alibaba does own AliExpress. So I'm not going to get too much into the distinctions there. You can go and watch my other video on the channel about Alibaba versus AliExpress. They do also have eBay and other supported sites. Those are just some of the most popular drop shipping sites that you might want to drop ship with. Some of the most popular e-commerce platforms you might want to drop ship with. So really just depends on how you want to operate your online store, but you do have a bit more flexibility to choose from where you want to add your products from, which is nice. And they do also have, you can see kind of here, they hint at the processing times, pretty much the standard stuff that you would expect with like an Oberlo plugin or a plugin like Oberlo. Dropified has all the same types of things as far as the e-packet shipping. You have the processing times, all the order metrics that you might need to know as far as when you're doing your market research. So you have that there as well. You can also automatically place orders, so you don't have to copy paste order details. Although that's really something that was more of a problem in the past compared to today, with all these different software solutions out there that allow you to do things automatically as well. So you can easily send them to AliExpress or the different eBay suppliers, depending on what you want to do. As you can see, one of their customers, they said, frees you from your virtual assistant and time-consuming repetitive tasks. Of course, something that would have been a big deal if it weren't for the software automation tools that exist nowadays. They do also have the other product research as well within their Ali Extractor research tool. So depending on how much product research that you want to get into, you do also have the more advanced options there built into Dropified as well. So they do have a lot of different features that are important to distinguish, that really sets Dropified apart from their competition as far as what you could expect with their dropshipping software. So another thing you can do, of course, you have your order dashboard. You can track all of that kind of stuff there. They do have some e-commerce training and various types of support. So they've been featured around, so I'm not going to get too much into that. Now, I do want to compare the pricing options as well within Dropified. So they do have a free version, which is their research plan. Then they have their build plan and their grow plan. So I'm going to get into the specifics of kind of the differences here. Of course, like I said, you can follow along. Check out the first link in the description if you want to follow along and take a look at this for yourself as well. But they do have a free version, which allows you to do some of that initial research. You can get the Chrome extension and all of that kind of stuff. You can source through the products. However, they don't have the store connection. So this is really like the intro level. If you just want to test out Dropified and get a feel for how it works, definitely I would recommend their research plan because it's free. You can get set up and kind of test things out and take a look at, you know, what types of products you might want to sell and get a feel for how the platform works, as well as researching the various different catalogs. Of course, they also do have some US products within their marketplace as well. You do have the various margin markups, image editors, really kind of standard stuff that you might expect, or maybe if you've already used Oberlo in the past, similar stuff here with Dropified as far as the technical side of things within what you would expect from a typical dropshipping software tool. Of course, the additional training as well. Now, if you do want to actually sell and import the products to your store, then they do have the yearly rate here at $19 a month. Of course, all these prices are subject to change. These are just the pricing and offers that they have available at the time of making this video. So it's important to distinguish that there. They have the monthly as well. So if you want to be billed monthly, it's a little bit more than the yearly. So if you want to be billed annually, then you do save a little bit more money there, of course. And then they do have some wholesale transaction fees if you are going through their wholesale suppliers. So it's important to distinguish that there, but they do have a lot more orders that you can place. You do have a bit more support, as well as being able to connect it to your store and have the different user accounts. So if you do have a virtual assistant, then you can also connect them with a user account, which definitely would help a whole lot. Depending on how you operate your business, then that can be quite helpful as well, built into the Dropified platform. Of course, if you want to scale up again, up above, then you do have the grow plan, which is more if you're at that scaling stage. If you're past that beginner level, you've already started selling, then this is more that total automation and really that high level option that Dropified has above the competitors. They do have better plans for people who are scaling up, maybe are a little bit larger. They have a lot more features built into their grow plan at that price point. compared to a lot of the other options out there. They do also have the various dashboards, product bundling, the Ali Extractor Pro. So you really get the whole suite as far as what everything Dropified has to offer if you go with their Grow plan, which is they label as their most popular plan. So if you're scaling up and you're ready for something different than Oberlo, I would definitely recommend using Dropified. If you want something a bit more scaled up, a bit more features, a bit more technical for people who are a little bit higher up as far as the progress and where they're at, really. Now, moving in, those are their dropshipping plans. Now, it's important to distinguish the difference between their dropshipping plans and then they also have their private label on-demand plans. So their whole private label setup, a little bit different. This is a whole different thing. This is more for if you want to have a custom brand. Like I mentioned, the whole supplements thing as well. I would say the private label is really its own different business entity within Dropified. If you're just interested in dropshipping or importing products from AliExpress, just stick to their basic dropshipping plans if that's all that you want to do. But if you want to try something a bit different, it is going to be a bit more expensive, but they do also offer the private label services within Dropified. So they do have the one-time thing here. They also have a payment plan as well as far as the different premium options. So really, this is if you're looking at doing custom label. If you are interested in that, then, you can contact them. Not going to spend too much time on this here, but really, the whole supplement side of things, as you can see, you can start with the supplement side of things. There's just an example here from one of their customers. So if you want to go that route and build more of your own brand, then you could go the whole private label route, but just be aware that it's going to take a bit more work on your end as well to get that set up as far as doing your whole custom label, doing your whole custom designs and everything that you really want. It's a bit more if you're ready to jump to that level or really just that type of business. I would say private label is a little bit different from what people typically expect within dropshipping, but it is important to mention that Dropified does offer both options depending on what type of e-commerce you want to go into. Whether you want to go the private label route, Dropified has that available, or if you just want to stick to the traditional dropshipping, kind of Oberlo-esque or AliExpress importing into your Shopify store or WooCommerce, then just go with their regular dropshipping plans. But they do have both of those options there depending on what type of e-commerce business that you want to get started with and want to roll with. So they do have multiple different options, but it's just up to you which one you're more interested in. But it's important to mention, and it's nice that they offer different things for different types of people, of course. So those are the key differences there with Dropified. Overall, I would say that Dropified is a pretty solid option for people that want to scale up, like I said, with their Grow plan. And they do have the free plan in case you just are getting started and you just want to research things. And if you want to get importing products in your store, then they do have the build plan for people who just want to import that first product and get started with dropshipping, whether it be with BigCommerce or WooCommerce or Shopify or Commerce HQ. I would say Dropified does offer a lot of different platform integrations that some of the other competitors do not currently offer or don't do it as well as Dropified does as far as scaling up, integrating everything, and really making it that total automated solution that you might want out of a dropshipping software. So hopefully that clears up things as far as Dropified, the pros and cons of it. I'd say really the key downsides is maybe it's a bit more expensive if you're going up to those higher level plans than what you might expect with other platforms. But realistically, Dropified does have some key features that the other platforms don't have. So if you want some of those more premium features, you might have to pay a little bit more for it, and that's okay. So guys, if you enjoyed the video and you want to get started with Dropified, link down below, first link in the description if you want to go ahead and check out Dropified. Be sure to do so. If you enjoyed it, be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and a notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. But anyway guys, that is all for today's video, so I will see you in the next one. Peace out.